everybody. Chicago Hockey Radio post-game shows.
Home Depot ass song right there.
I like that. Yeah. Do. That's a banger.
Lee Grossman, Justin Lynch, and Tassos Kirkos all in here in studio. Thank you to everybody that just sat in with us for the past couple hours watching that beautiful Hawks win 3-1 over the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to do the stuff before we get into it. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're so close to 350 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I don't know. Keep doing all the stuff. Leave a 5-star rating and review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I want to see those numbers go up. Boys, how are we feeling tonight? Hawks win. That was a big one. Wasn't the barn burner we expected, but Hawks get the dub nonetheless.
Absolute cinema. Bedsy, multi-point game. Could have been a 3-point game. Goal and assist, one disallowed goal. That sounds like a Bedsy night for me. Frank the Tank finally for goal tonight. Love to see him finally rewarded for his good play. Colton Dock, first career point. How about Mrazek? Peter Mrazek, 36 saves, 37 shots. He's back. The Hawks are quietly over 500, 2-1 in the 2025 year. So, yeah, we might be back here beating an actual team like the Colorado Avalanche. That's pretty impressive. So I don't think many of us expected it. Clearly, it's because I didn't go to the game, right? If I showed up, it would have been different. But no, lot to glaze from this game, lot to love. Definitely need this after a few rough ones, a few blowouts. So yeah, good to see it.
Yeah, if we're talking about people who played well tonight, I'm throwing my boy Seth Jones in there. I thought he had a good game. He was a +2 with an assist on that Bedard goal. An insane goal-saving play on the goal line, basically. That was basically another goal for him.
Both Seth Jones and Peter Mrazek, this was their best games post-injury, right? Because both these players have come back. They haven't really looked like themselves pre-injury. Today they did. They both stepped up. Yeah. Good to see. Love to see that. And a lot of the young guns stepping up as well. I think that Doc Nazar table line.
You're such a troll.
Who's trolling?
Look at what he did for the fucking poll.
He threw TJ Brody. We got Mrazek, Nazar, Bedard, player of the game, then TJ Brody. What's a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas?
I knew you were gonna say that shit.
Get Docker in there or someone, or even Seth.
Oh, I should have put Colton Dock in there. I'm sorry.
I voted Frank Nazar. I think
fair enough.
I think Frank Nazar. I think he's gonna be the guy who's gonna get the chastity belt or whatever the hell they hand out.
Lee, this isn't you in high school, bro.
What do they? Come on. What do they give out in the locker room?
Yeah, it used to be the chain. Now it's like a tool or a or I don't even know what it is.
They give out a toolbox.
I thought that's what it was. I don't know. Maybe not.
Whatever the hell they're giving out in the locker room, I think hopefully Frank Nazar gets it because I think he deserves it. Obviously, it was a great game from Peter, but I feel like they always give fucking the goalies the whatever that thing is, the little emblem.
I think this team the whole team owes Peter Mrazek a steak dinner after that performance. I mean, the shots were 36-20 Avs. I'm not sure how he beat them with 20 shots on goal. I guess when you start Trent Miner in his NHL debut, that's what happened. So the Hawks thankfully lit him up. So there we go. Bedsy, what a shot there in that third goal. Absolute cinema, absolute beauty. Frank the Tank too, beautiful goal. Love to see Colton Dock get his first career point. He had another good game. That was a great line. I think both those top lines were great. The Bedsy line was fantastic. The Nazar line was great. Good to see that for sure.
I ended up being completely wrong. I thought if we had a way of winning this game, it was going to be like third and fourth line, but it was really that Frank Nazar Doc turbo line. That's our second line. Like, let's be honest.
It's ranked as the third, but it's the second.
Yeah, that's our second line.
The Foligno-Dickey line's like the shutdown line for like the McKinnon and Rantanen, and they did their job. I mean, the Avs didn't get anything from them today. Their only goal was from Husso Parson, an unassisted goal. A nice Patrick Kane backhand from him. And that's all they had today. They had the first goal, and maybe for the Hawks, it's better when they don't get the first goal, right? They have to come back because we had 3 unanswered. Ilya Mikheyev, another goal for him today. Nice play from Bedsy to kind of break that pass up and set him up there. So good to see that for sure. Bedsy, multi-point game. I think that's 37 and 41. I think it's on pace for 74. So I don't know, man. 74-point pace. Sophomore slump. I don't know, man. I think these media people are on to nothing. He's been playing so much better at sorts in this past month. Good to see it. Good stuff.
Yeah, and the goal that got disallowed, so it could have been 2 for Bedsy.
Yeah, he kicked it in. It was a good call from the refs, but Pookie, I'm going to complain. But it was.
Did you really think that was a kick?
I don't think it was deliberate, but it was a kick. So I think it was probably the right call. I think the 4th career goal he's had disallowed. So yeah, that sounds about right. But he got it back. I said if you watch the live show, the live show we did for this game, I said he'd get it back, and he did. So that's not me being LeBron James. That's true. I did say that. You can check the receipts there. But yeah, no, good stuff.
All-knowing Justin Lynch back at it.
That was a lot of fun this live stream. It's a lot more fun when the team actually plays well. They're actually 2-1, I believe, of live streams that I've done. I think you're up to 3-1, so 500. So
yeah, I think I might
considering the fact this team is last place, I don't think that's not too shabby there, right? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
No. So where do you guys want to start? What do you some positives? Obviously, that was probably Nazar's best game in the season,
would say
right?
So. Definitely his best. He needed that too. I think that's points in consecutive games from 2. He's starting to cook here finally. Good to see. Keep him up here. Don't send him back down the AHL for the All-Star game. Nobody, he doesn't need to be down there for that. He's too good for that league. He's an NHL player.
They're gonna send him down right now after that game.
He played too well, man. He's ruining the tank. Nah, just joking. No, I agree. I think it was just a complete game for him too. I feel like every time he was out there, you noticed that line. He could have had more than just the goal today. I thought he could have easily had a multi-point game. I think that line cooked. I think those 3 work well together, right? I think Docker's good net front, good physical, gritty guy, energy guy. And then you got Turbo up there too, a skilled player those 2 young guys could play with. That's a good line. I would keep those 3 rolling. And Bertuzzi connection has been great. I mean, it's yet another Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi assisted on Bedsy's goal, Seth Jones did as well. But they've been cooking lately. I think what is that? Like 8 consecutive games those two have produced. So that's been a good connection. Bedsy's finally found a consistent line mate this season. So that's good to see. And Mikheyev, I questioned him out there, but you know what? He had a good game. That line every time they're out there. I think when they separated them from the McKinnon line, it was when they worked wonders because those first few shifts they didn't really accomplish much because they're out there at the same time as the Ratton and McKinnon line. But then they set the Foligno Dickinson line against them and were able to kind of get the Bedsy line better matchups. That's kind of when they really started cooking.
Yeah, I really hope that sending Colton Dock down or Frank Nazar down is not in the cards at all.
No, they both played so well,
and I think they look good together. They spent that time in Rockford playing on the same line.
They got that chemistry going. You could see it,
and I think they complement each other really well. And I really do think Colton Dock is going to have a career in the NHL. Just the way he plays is like he might not be.
He's not going to be a stud.
Yeah,
he
might not be a super. Might not be an all-star, but I mean, middle six guy that's aggressive and. Could probably score and is not the least creative player on the ice.
It just makes a simple, effective plays, right? He's not trying to do too much out there. He's not trying to be him. He just makes the right plays. Smart player, good hockey IQ. And I just feel like every line, he kind of just he provides like a jolt of energy out there, which is what this team needs. It's what's lacked. So, no, good stuff from him for sure.
Do you guys want to do Trent Miner talk?
Yeah,
well, we could do Avs talk in general now.
Yeah, but it wasn't their best. I know they had 36 shots.
I just think the idea of doing Trent Miner talk is funny.
I mean, he's not okay, here are my thoughts because I know Holt is, sharing his ECHL bias here and saying that Miner didn't look terrible. Here's the thing.
The Hawks didn't put shots on him.
The Hawks didn't put a lot of shots on him. I don't fault him for any of the goals the Hawks scored because they were all NHL quality goals. But Trent Miner is not an NHL quality goaltender.
Well, that's what happens. They wanted to get Blackwood a rest, right? So Wedgwood was injured. That's why he played, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. But yeah, no, he's not, like you said, he's not an NHL goalie. I mean, 17 saves and 20 shots. Could have been 17 on 21, if the Bedsy goal counts, but it's always if. But again, I mean, Hawks didn't put many chances on him, so he can't really. I mean, he only allowed 3 goals, but 20 shots. I don't really know. What is that, 850 save percentage? Yeah. I don't know. It's not really much. Against the last place Blackhawks, yeah, no.
Yeah, so what was a good night for Mrazek's numbers?
Yeah, 972 save percentage.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, that's good for his season-long stats.
36 saves, 37 shots, something like that, or 35 and 36.
Yeah, 35 and 36.
Yeah, no, he was due. He had a few rough games, post-injury, but he looked like his pre-injury himself. Hopefully he's back now, right? We can get that 1-2 tandem going with him and Soda. He's been playing well. I know the last game was rough, but that was more on the Hawks. So, hopefully the Hawks can, make something of this. Hopefully it's not just a one-game wonder. Probably is, but we got Showtime coming up Friday about a Patrick Kane rematch in Detroit. But we'll get to that later. Plenty more to talk about this game.
Yeah. Let's stick with the Avs for a second here because I thought the Hawks did a pretty good job. McKinnon had a couple bursts of speed where I was like, oh boy, the Hawks are caught on their heels a little bit.
Good job shutting him down. I mean, Mrazek bailed us out a few times on D, but I think we did what we had to do. We did a good job, I think, for the most part of limiting their high quality chances. A lot of shots on the outside, things like that. Rebounds, we got sticks in them. Vlasic was great from that regard. Got that long stick, long reach, able to shut down those plays.
There were a couple of segments during that game where
we were swimming.
Yeah, they were just absolutely
they were cooking us,
playing with us. Yeah, it felt like most of the time when that first line out was out for them, it was like a power play, and they were just dominating us. But it was bend don't break defense from the Blackhawks tonight.
Raza stole this game. Yeah. But the defense did as good as they could do.
Rantanen also wasn't that great. He was on a 14-game point streak. I didn't realize that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that ended tonight.
14-game point streak, potential $14 million player. And the Hawks, maybe. We'll see.
We're the only team that can shut him down. Maybe you should come play here.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, I just like to wrap up the Avs. Like, you look at just the stats for the game, and it's like all the guys that ate minuses tonight was like Ty Fellhaber played 4 minutes and 26 seconds, was a -1.
Woof. They're so top heavy.
Yeah, look, Lucas
How many
Reichel
minutes?
play a little bit
How many
more than
minutes did McKinnon have?
So here's the thing. I want to point this out. McKinnon, Lehkonen, and Rantanen. McKinnon played a team high on the Avalanche, 27-19.
Oh my God.
Was he a defenseman?
Yeah, Rantanen played 27-10, and Arturi Lehkonen played 26-24.
Oh,
Well,
no,
they
okay.
were running
Cale Makar played 29 minutes.
They were running the 11.
right.
He
they were
played
running-
half the game.
They're running
Yeah.
the 11 forward 7D strat there, so I guess it makes sense. There, I said it'd be higher, but not that much higher. Jesus, it felt like it watching a live stream. They were out there half the game, but couldn't get the job done against the Hawks. So there you go.
I didn't notice Cale Makar a ton tonight.
Yeah, he
unusually
had a
quiet
couple
game
of
for
he
him.
had a couple of good passes, but then I noticed he was trying to drive to the net, and Alex Vlasic put him on his rear end. So that was nice.
Yeah, beauty game from him. Vlasic Jones got some looks together tonight too at times.
Yeah.
So that was good to see them paired back together at times. They're pretty good when they complement each other when they're out there together. But we haven't seen as much of that this season compared to last.
Bedsy with 62% on the faceoff dot. Yeah, because he got thrown out of every single
And he wouldn't
one.
take most of the draws he would take. So yeah, that's a good stat padding. Eventually it's got to go the other way, right? Eventually. So that's good. Good for Bedsy. Good complete game, right? I thought he was pretty strong in all three zones tonight as well, not just the offensive. So good to see. I think they own possession every time they were out there. So that's what you want from him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Reichel too. Like I know he didn't produce tonight, but it was good to see him back in the lineup. I want to see him play more. I keep complaining about that every show, but I'm going to keep complaining about it until he gets more ice time because I still think every time he's out there, he looks good. I think if he rewarded more ice time, better players, I think he would produce. But so that's one negative, but not fully a negative, but you catch my drift.
Frank Nazar was 83% from the faceoff dot tonight.
How many faceoffs did he take?
Only
though?
6.
Well, it's
Five wins, 1 loss.
They don't ask how.
Yeah.
But Nazar looked like an NHL player today. There have been some games up here where
Absolutely, yeah.
But today you can't question that. I think
I thought he was dangerous every single time he was out on the ice. He had the assist to Tervainen that didn't happen. There were a couple other chances that I thought him and that line could have scored.
Turbo had that crossbar post that we thought was it on the live stream. I swear this Hawks team hits more crossbars a post than any squad in the NHL. But yeah, like if Nazar hopefully can ride this momentum here. He's got a point streak rolling here, and hopefully ride this wave. And we could have 2 working top lines. Like look what happened today when we had 2 working top lines because we are carving out the second line if it's the third. The Bedsy Nazar combo was cooking.
Yeah. Owen Branson in chat is asking us to do Barstool Chief talk right
So
now.
do you guys want to do
Bedsy
this
took
now?
it personally. Him and JR's comments.
So, but there was a follow up to this, wasn't there, Lee?
Yeah.
During the
Did he
game.
release an apology?
No, right at the beginning. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I only listened to a little bit of it, but he was just saying that he thinks Celebrini, since he's a 2-way player, he just is more effective on all areas of the ice and is a better. That's a guy you win championships with instead of a player like Bedard. So he's kind of
Utter
doubling.
woke nonsense.
He's still
He
kind of
doubled down on
doubling
it.
down.
Come on,
And
dude.
it's dude, what are you watching? Are we watching the same
This
shit?
guy is just listening to he's taking in the PR merchant Celebrini propaganda, better than Bedard nonsense we've been seeing. Celebrini's a great player, but I think even today showed it. It's man, when Bedsy's on, his ceiling is just so much vastly higher. Celebrini might be a bit stronger, on the defensive aspect of the game. I don't know, who cares? Bedsy's gonna put up 120 plus points every season as prime. I don't think Celebrini's gonna be doing that, but maybe a better 2-way player, maybe more of a Jonathan Toews type, whereas Bedsy's probably gonna be Kane on steroids.
Yeah, I mean, what'd you say that since Sorensen's come in, he's been on like a 90 point
Yeah, something
pace?
like that. Yeah, I'll have to fact check that. But I mean, he's been putting up a point pretty much every game under Sorensen because under Richardson's stump and chase system, that hated offense, I wasn't really getting that puck luck and just wasn't really getting that production under that system. But with Sorensen, that's definitely started to reverse. I mean, the Hawks, play has still been asked, but at least Bedsy's been producing. Which if the Hawks are losing, but Bedsy's getting points, it's great. And today, Hawks win, Bedsy point even better.
Look, yeah. I've watched a fair amount of Chief in
he just doesn't know puck.
Well, it's not even just that. Like
I think it's that
he doesn't know puck that well, but also he's just like a Chicago fan, and he's just so used to being like wrong about everything, and like he's so used to sucking at everything that like I think the Bears have just worn on his mental so much that he's like convinced that even when we do like good things that they're not good. Yeah. So he's just so pessimistic. He's like, oh, Bedard is not as good as Celebrini. Like,
let's put Celebrini with Ilya Mikheyev and see what he does. No, I'm not onto that in 1 minute. No, not at all. A lot of recency bias takes at that. They're going to age pretty poorly, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I have no concern. He's going to be an absolute sicko.
I mean, he was a difference maker. I mean, this game, we'll hopefully see more of it, but like this was a dominant performance from Bedsy today. Like he's had a few good performances, maybe not as much performances like this season. Like I think this may have been his best game of the season. Like the 2 points, but like every single time he was out there, like he was the best player on the ice in this game. I think best player. I think whereas like the goalie, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, really, like as good of a game as we could possibly ask for. Like Bedsy looked dominant, Nazar looked dominant. Mm-hmm. No defensive blunders really. We played 3 periods of good hockey. Obviously, it'd be nice to have some more offensive zone time, maybe get a few more shots on the net, so you're not getting outshot by 2x every single night.
60-man effort, like you said. We had a goal every period, which is something we can't really say a lot this season. And they're all even strength. We have 1 power play all night. They had 2. Penalty kill did its job, like it has done. It still have a top 5 penalty kill this season. As power play, not as good as I thought. I think it was like 14th or something. It surprised me, but no. I mean, Hawks actually were the better team at even strength, which can't be said. Hasn't been said a lot this season. A lot of times our wins come through the special teams, but today, no, we just were better even strength. On the scoreboard, not the shots, but. I mean, it's not. I like to see quality over quantity sometimes. Right?
Yeah, no, I didn't watch tonight's game and come away with the fact that we're a better team than them.
No.
I just
like
think that they weren't able to when they kept us hemmed in and were working the puck and it looked like a power play. They just weren't able to score. They weren't able to put the puck in the back of the net. And so obviously you're going to lose a game like that.
Yeah, Razik was looking like prime Corey Crawford in that tonight. Love to see that.
Yeah, maybe that was welcome back 2012 Jonathan Quick. Maybe I just jinxed that, and that's who we got tonight, honestly.
Yeah, we'll take it. I think we've been the goaltending has been kind of rough under sorts. I think we were due for a night like this. And the offense, did what it needed to do, and the defense, was good enough. Yeah.
So I forgot where I was going to go with that actually for a second. Shit, I don't know. Somebody pick it up. I don't know. Any negatives? Like any,
We did give up a lot of chances. We were outshot 36-20, and like there were some shifts there. Where it's like you felt the goal coming from the Avs, and I think we got away with a few things tonight. So yeah, from that aspect, it's not like we played that vastly differently tonight compared to the last few games. It's just I think there's only so many games you can let up 6 goals, right? And eventually, it gets some other way. So
also the goal we gave up was pretty bad. Brody.
Yeah.
Bringing it down low and trying to complete a pass to Reichel in the slot.
Guy Lafleur Brody?
Yeah.
TJ Brody, you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy.
And then Smith kind of having a lapse there too. So it was a pretty bad goal because it was just a turnover and they just converted on the fast break. But I don't know. Not too many, honestly. Like we can't be super greedy with this Blackhawks team. Like a great night from your young players in a win against a good team is about as good as it's possibly going to get for this Blackhawks roster.
Yeah, we're still in last place too, so the tank is still intact. But yeah, the Hawks actually historically have kind of had their way with the Avs a little bit at the UC. I know they won the game I went to 22-23. They won last year. Now they won this year. So that's 3 straight years we beat the Avs at the UC. So I don't know, maybe there's something to that. And we've beat the Avs both times we played in the season too. We beat them at the Ball Center. I think in October too. So I don't know. Maybe this Hawks team is the Avs kryptonite. I don't know. Yeah,
we've got them 2 more times though, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They'll probably return the favor, I'd imagine. But so we'll enjoy this one while it lasts, right?
Yeah. Here, I'm looking up when the next time they play is.
Sorry, this Florida-Utah game's distracting me.
Yeah, I know we do have the second half of the TNT doubleheader on right now.
Yeah.
The club.
Well, clearly our game was, the better one. First one is a priority.
The Hawks don't play the Avs again until March 10th at Ball Arena.
Is that right?
Yeah.
2 months. How about this, too? The Hawks foully broke their national TV drought. They had 15 consecutive losses on national TV heading into this game, which dated back to Bedard's debut. So they finally broke that streak. About time, right? So hopefully the ratings for this game will reflect that, right? The last few haven't been viewed by a lot of people. So
yeah, all we had to do was talk about it, and then we broke it.
Of course, right? That's how it works. The old announcers jinx. Well, that was more of like a reverse jinx, right? So good to see that. I think we were due from that aspect. Yeah.
Am I shouldn't be in the producer's chair of a Blackhawk show, or was Connor Murphy a healthy scratch tonight?
He's injured. He has a he's a groin injury or something. Yeah, his yearly injury. I think every year he's got something going on at some point.
I thought they might have health bombed him for a second.
Injury.
Yeah, check the stats, man. Every year he goes down with something.
His annual injury.
The annual Connor Murphy injury. Yeah, I feel like a lot of our defensemen have that. Like Seth Jones always has his yearly injury.
He's kind of lived the life. Like he's gotten himself a decent contract, living in a dope city. Like
how is Connor Murphy
doesn't really care about anything?
How is he the longest tenured Blackhawk man? He's been on this team since 2017. That is wild.
2017.
Yeah,
he was here during the Kane Days era.
He was in the Chalmerson trade in the 17 offseason. He's still here.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but yeah, and Kurashev was a scratch again tonight. And now, if you read the Scott Powers article, it sounds like this could be his last hurrah as a Hawk.
Kurashev was a scratch tonight, but he was still a -2.
Somehow he was responsible for that Avs goal. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're cooking right now.
Yeah, this is as Justin would say, one of the post game shows of all
really
time.
Is. I mean, in our defense, we just finished up a 2.5 hour live stream of this game. So if we didn't cover some things, just rewatch that live stream and you'll get as much CHR content as you want, as you like to get.
Go parse through 3 hours of us making pop culture references to get some little bit of an analysis there.
Oh my gosh, what a horrible time that would be. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's absolute cinema, man. Yeah, no,
we're having fun.
I'll see the CHGO guys doing that. Yeah, no.
Oh, we don't need to keep slamming them.
All right, well, we're coming for you.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we got Greg Boyce on the show Friday. Looking forward to that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, former CHGO member.
The best CHGO member. Yeah, well, formerly. Yeah.
Okay, so the player of the game poll results are in. It seems to lean more Mrazek.
Yeah,
Nazar was number 2 on that list.
Where's Betsy?
3rd.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good podium. Yeah, Mrazek. He looked like he was strong today. He looked like the prime Mrazek in that. So hopefully he's back. Hopefully the injuries in the thing of the past, and we'll see more of that moving forward. And hopefully we'll see more Betsy Nazar connection in the future.
We can talk more about this on Friday, and obviously Friday we'll probably know the answer, seeing as the show will be after the morning skate. But I would assume Soderblom starts Friday and Mrazek goes Saturday against the Oilers.
Yeah, that's probably the move. I think Mrazek started against the Oilers in October when we beat them, so we tend to play well against the Oil. Bedard always does against McDavid.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Hopefully the Hawks can get a bit of a win streak going here, but I don't know. That Red Wings team's pretty hot. They've won like 5 straight. Patrick Kane's going to be circling that on the calendar, probably Cat as well. So that'll be a fun matchup Friday. Looking forward to that.
Winnable game.
We're live streaming Saturday too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are live streaming the game Saturday against Edmonton Oilers. So.
Sorry, I'm the king of interrupting Lee.
No. Hey, Plug Talk is we're good. We're good with Plug God over there.
Yeah.
As you were saying.
No, I was just saying that I think that the game against Detroit's winnable. I know that they're probably a little hungrier than us because they're, I guess, in a
playoff in a playoff chase
with asterisks. We'll do the finger quote.
So are the Montreal Canadiens. So
yeah. But I think we can beat them. If we can do this to the Avalanche, we should be able to beat Detroit at Detroit. Yeah. I think that's another. Speaking of top-heavy rosters, I think that's another one for you.
I know the Wings have been playing better. Like, they've just been playing hockey lately, but it's still not a very good team. I mean, if we can do this against the Avs, you would think we could do it against the Wings, but the mid-team seems to be the ones that we struggle with, like the Blues. We saw at the Winter Classic. Hawks play well against the best teams, not well against the mid, and even worse against the teams that are close to us. Makes zero sense, but nothing about this Hawks team really makes a lot of sense, to be fair. To be fair.
I
had to get one more in there.
Literally, he can't help himself.
I can't do it, man. No.
That's so funny.
Oh, that's great. Good stuff.
I mean, I don't have a ton else from this game. I don't know if you guys had any more positives, any more negatives.
I don't know. Quinn was asking us to do Philip Kurashev talk, but
will he find his way back in line? I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know what his deal is. I mean, he's probably gonna be gone in the offseason at this point. It seems like we kind of made up our mind with him, which is it's a shame. Like, he was our second biggest producer last year, and now he's like on the way to the Red Star at this point probably. So we'll see. Back to the Swiss League for him in the offseason. Like, who's even gonna want him the way he's played this season?
I guess if you want to do Kurashev talk for a second here, I would say that if I were Anders or if I, which I'm not, but yeah, sorry. There you go, guys. Sorry, I was not just behind the bench. Surprise, not Anders Sorensen. I have hair on my head. So if I were him and if I were Kyle Davidson, what I would be telling Anders to do would be to absolutely play the heck out of Philip Kurashev on the top line right now.
Yeah.
And see if you can give, because right now his trade value is at zero.
You're gonna get a bag of pucks for him at this rate.
Yeah, you'd have to give a pick to offload him right now. And I think if you could
I'm sorry. I don't think I'd be telling him to do that because
I would. What do you mean? Like,
what
try and
happens
get
when
some
you put him
value.
on that first line? He just turns into a black hole, and everything good goes to shit.
Maybe
Okay,
he rekindles his last year.
You're telling me
then you put him on waivers.
Bedard and
Then you put him on
Bertuzzi are on an
waivers.
8-game heater, and you're just gonna throw all that away to move Philip Kurashev for a fifth?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no, but not a fifth. I mean, like, dude, if he comes back and he actually resembles, I think I'm lagging here a little bit.
I think you're lagging, and I think it's a good thing that you're lagging because I think you're on to nothing. If Scott Powers was saying that. If Scott Powers was saying that he thinks Donato's gonna get like a fourth at best, you think Philip Kurashev isn't even gonna get you a bus?
You package these guys together, though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Donato may get a fifth, which I think is ridiculous. I think you should get at least a third or a fourth for Donato. But if you package him with like Taylor Hall, for instance, then we're talking late first round pick, maybe.
I don't know what a stretch of 5 good games for Philip Kurashev is going to do for his trade value.
Little too late at this point. I mean, even Taylor Hall, they're saying might only get a third, which is nuts. At that point, just keep him. I'm not interested in a third round pick for Taylor Hall. I don't think you got a
That's crazy.
No, that's not crazy. That's kind of that's how I feel about Donato. It's like if you can't, if
third or fourth,
if all you're going to get a fourth for him, like what's
draft capital?
You're paying him $2 million. Like, is that not a guy that's kind of worth keeping?
Bro, the Hawks won the faceoff battle, 57.4 to 42.6. Not a lot of games this year you could say that. So good to see that. I mean, it helps a lot. It helps with zone possession. The Hawks' puck possession was good tonight. Just they weren't shooting the puck a lot, but they took their chances. Right? Sometimes quality is better than quantity. And I think it showed tonight.
I thought Taylor Hall was actually pretty good today.
Yeah,
I did. He's been better lately. I would say another one of those guys has been better with the coaching change. He even said himself on Spin Chicklets.
Yeah, I thought he was, just noticeably making the right plays with the puck on his stick and, just picking the puck off guys a couple of times. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's funny. You got this shutdown line of Foligno Dickinson, and then Taylor Hall is in that line. Like, it's kind of interesting fit there, but it works out. That was a decent line tonight. Yeah. All the lines I think worked well. I think these are good combos. Let's stick with them for a bit, right? Sorensen, unlike Richardson, has been willing to stick with things that are working, so that's good. Not a lot of things about this team have been good lately, but I would say that's a good thing. Go with chemistry, and
The only thing I would say is like maybe we see a mix up on the fourth line before Friday.
Move Reichel up. I would like to see that, but at this point, it's probably not going to happen. They would have done this already.
I bet he shoves Pat Maroon back in the lineup too.
Yeah, I wonder what their plan is with Lucas Reichel. It
feels like they don't have a plan at the moment.
They kind of just gave him like a really small contract to kind of prove it for a couple years.
And give him 8 minutes a night with Pat Maroon and Craig Smith.
And then he's like not been that bad. I know they just healthy scratched him, but like I thought he's had like an okay season with what he's got, playing on that fourth line. But it's like I don't know what they're gonna try to do with him.
I don't know. The way they manage Reichel is very questionable to say the least. So. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the plan is with him. I don't know if there really is one.
Because he's not a fourth line guy.
No, he's not going to produce there. But I think if you put in that top 6, like he could cook.
Would you rather have him play center or the wing with Bedard?
Maybe center.
Okay.
Wait, what? You want Reichel to be a center, then Bedard the wing? What?
Maybe just like for now, not like permanently, but
I would say my move would be move Turbo up with Bedsy, Bertuzzi, then have Reichel be in the Doc Nazar slot. And then
problem is if you do Doc Nazer, Reichel, they just might be kind of a defensive liability line.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
might get.
I guess. I just want to see Reichel get more playing time, man. I want to see him in the top 6. Sick of him in the 4th line, but at least he played today, unlike Phil the Thrill. Yeah. I don't know if we can call
Did
him
you say Phil the
these
Thrill?
days.
I think Phil Kessel.
Oh, yeah, no. He's on a beach somewhere right now with Jonathan Taze. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he's probably going to be back.
Phil
in line,
Kershaw might be on a beach somewhere, too.
honestly.
All right, fellas. What else we got? Anything?
Justin just got entranced by the Florida game.
By
Yeah,
the club.
no, yeah, it's
By the club.
nothing score so far. The Bears are winning. Ferris Bueller reference.
All right. Well,
Eerie.
I don't think this is. I know this is a pretty anticlimactic end of this show, but I don't think we really got much else.
Yeah.
Look, the Hawks won. I mean, like,
Yeah, there we go.
are they the best team in the NHL? No. Did they look like it tonight?
No.
No, probably not. But
They can't wait to win. They don't
Yeah.
ask how,
But they
right?
won, and
Yeah.
and the players we want to see scored.
Be a divisional rival. I mean, that's a lot of things to be happy about, even if not a perfect game. But sometimes you're gonna win games that you don't deserve to win, lose games that you deserve to. That's in hockey. That's how it works.
Well said.
2 points is 2 points.
2 points is 2 points.
Exactly.
Which I don't really give a shit about the points. It's more
No,
the
it's-
morale.
I'm
I
more
wish
happy
we
if
could.
the
I wish
players
we could
that
leave the
produce.
points. I wish we could win a game and then not get the
Give
points.
the Avalanche the 2 points.
It's
Yeah.
the fact that Bedsy had a multi-point game. The
Or-
fact that Doc has first career point. The fact that Nazar had a goal. Like those are the guys you want to see produce, right? Yeah. Who cares about these 3rd line, 4th line guys? Like those are the guys you want. We in the charge here. That's our future. Those are the real Blackhawks, as you would say.
Real Blackhawks.
That's right.
scoring real goals.
You're goddamn
Real
right.
Blackhawks. Yeah. All right. Hawks are only 2 points out of escaping last place. They're
that
only
right?
2
One
points behind
win.
the San Jose Sharks. So
Yeah. All right.
and you're saying there's a chance.
It's only up from here, right?
You're saying there's a chance. Only 16 points out of a wild card spot. So
8 wins. There you go.
10-game heater incoming.
Look, it's hockey. Anything could happen.
The Hawks could win the Stanley Cup.
But yeah, I don't know if this team has a 2019 Blues run in them there. I don't know. We did play in the Winter Classic, though. Maybe that's a script. I don't think so. I think we're rather nothing there. Yeah.
Did the Blues play in the Winter Classic the year they won?
No.
No. All right. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, that's it for this show. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Make a burner account and follow us with that on your Instagram too. Tell your friend, tell your friend's mom, tell your friend's dad. Make an Instagram for your dog and follow us. And
Yeah, get the pets in there. We love the pets helping us out.
Yeah, anything you could possibly do to help us get more followers, subscribers. It's not because we're superficial. It's because we want to be able to do this full time for you guys. And yeah, the more you do that, the more we'll be able to. So, and the Rockford Ice Hogs
The
lost
Ice
as
Sox
well.
lost 4-1. Yeah, I just saw that. That's too bad.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But keep doing all that good stuff, leaving 5-star rating and reviews, hitting the thumbs up on this video helps us out a lot. Also, be sure to, you can follow our personals if you want. I know these two are, the big influencers over here, not myself, but yeah, that's it. We'll be back. Day off tomorrow, fellas.
Wow. I'm used to being in the grind here. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I know. Day off tomorrow. Show Friday morning with Greg Boysen. Post game after that, then live stream Saturday against the Oilers. All of us back in studio again, and then post game after that too. So we'll be here. You will have plenty of content to take in from us if that's what you want. Anything else?
That's all I got. No, Hawks win. Love to see it. And yeah, we ride.
Shout out Peoria Rivermen.
Shout out the
Yeah, and the Hamilton Mustangs.
Thanks
as
for
well.
hanging
Hamilton
out.
Mustangs.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
All right.
See you
See
on
everybody
Friday.
Friday. Oh.
Technical difficulties.